of course, I mean, for some internal auditors, right now they're considering other professions as well. I mean, of course, I mean, these are the only path. Okay, but what made you stay and become the CAEs of your companies?
I think it's really on the interest. If you really love the way that you're working into it, I think that's will make you stay. So I think that was one of the major reason why I stayed in internal audit for so many years. And you get to have a lot of things that you learn more than anybody else. Because once you audit an area, you deep dive into that, you go into the process, detailed activities, and then you get to have a very good insights about the organization, not only on the company itself, but even at the industry where it operates. So you have a advantage compared to the others that might be working within the company because you get to find it out when you do your audits. So a lot of people would always ask internal auditors, what about this? And you will be the very first person to know because you have been looking at it in several moments of your time when you do your reviews. And at the same time, it will give you a very good understanding. Oh, this is how our company operates. And I really like the way that I learn a lot. Every time we do have engagements, I think that's one of the most important reason why I stayed in IA. Yeah.
Can you also say the same thing?
Yeah, indeed. It's really the passion and the purpose. So imagine within the company, in terms of authority, we're the only group within the company which has an unfettered access to everything, right? So, and because of that, we get to learn the business, not only specific portion of the company.
Yeah.
And it's something really to good look forward to whenever we do engagement. We get to meet new people, interact with different level of within the organization, and of course the very purpose of doing it is at the end of the day we get to deliver the value within the company.
Of
And
course.
of course, coming from external auditing firms, I want to challenge the perception about auditors
Okay.
because they would usually connote as being police, fault finders, etc. Right? So it's like me being a CAE, I want to change that perception towards auditors. So how I would do it differently in such a way that I could do my job well, deliver what's demanding out of me, but at the same time trying to change that perception out of us. So it's something it's exactly it's a sense that you get to deliver what's the expectation from you by doing it differently, wherein you get to engage all your key stakeholders and they don't look at you as like a police or a fault finder.
Yeah, okay. That which has always been the
Yes.
image of an auditor. Okay?
Correct. Yeah.
So what about you? Other than the travel incentives, what made you stay and become a CAE?
One thing that really helped me was the the thought of what could go wrong. So that's always my guiding principle in doing the audits. That and it is very challenging because you have to really understand the practices, the policies, and all that stuff, and then you try to figure out what could go wrong. And this is where we start with a value add. And most often, this is also an eye opener to our auditees that, oh, I didn't know that this might happen or this could happen. And the very satisfying thing about it is when you are able to provide evidences to them that indeed these are the possibilities that if are not checked and addressed, then that could mean trouble or problem for the operations of that part of the company. And so I really like that idea, and that's what I always tell my colleagues in the organization, that in the audit group, that we always have to think what could go wrong, because if we could think and let that communicate that to our auditees, then we will be in a good spot. They will treat us as partners because usually they see us as police,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
So
as
yeah,
trusted partners.
yes.
All right, interesting. Okay, in fact, you have made the image of a chief audit executive something I would vie for. Okay,